Vande Mataram. Welcome back to my channel, Courtroom Battles. My name is Dr. Tushar Mandlekar and I keep on discussing the latest Supreme Court judgments and the provisions of the law. If you are a student of the law or have some interest in the profession of the law, you are welcome to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel, Courtroom Battles. Dear friends, in a sensational judgment delivered by the Honorable Supreme Court of India today by Justice Chandrachud and Justice Indira Banerjee, the new doors for the bail jurisprudence would be opened in this country. It is clearly observed by the Honorable Supreme Court of India that the justice should not be favored to few, and the bail applications which are pending in junior courts, in subordinate courts, sessions court and high courts needs to be monitored by the high courts all over the country. While delivering the judgment on a personal liberty in a petition filed by Arnab Goswami, my Lord Justice Chandrachud has basically carved a new jurisprudence in this country for the personal liberty, advocating the cause of freedom and the personal liberty. My Lord Justice Chandrachud has in fact heavily came down on a Bombay High Court which has refused to grant interim bail to Arnab Goswami. This is the judgment which will rule the country for next many more years, and criminal lawyers in this country keep lot of hope on this judgment. If this judgment is shown to the subordinate judiciary, I am sure the equal justice will be meted out to all the bail applicants in this country who are facing trials or seeking bails. Dear friends, as we all know, on 4th of November 2020, Chief Director of the Republic TV, Mr. Arnab Goswami, was arrested by the Mumbai police from his home early in the morning. The FIR number 59/2018 was registered at Alibag Police Station under section 306 and 34 of the IPC. Mr. Anvay Naik, who was architect, has basically given a suicide note giving name of Arnab Goswami and making him responsible for the suicide. On the basis of the said suicide note, the FIR was registered by the Alibag police. It is found and observed that in the month of April 2019, the Alibag police has filed a summary report or a closure report before the learned magistrate in Alibag. It is argued on behalf of Arnab Goswami that once the A summary or closure report is filed before the magistrate, reinvestigation is not possible without the fresh orders from the magistrate. But Mr. Arnab Goswami was arrested on the basis of the reinvestigation by the Mumbai police on 4th of November 2020. Immediately after his arrest, writ petition of habeas corpus was filed in the Bombay High Court on behalf of Mr. Arnab Goswami, seeking twofold prayers, asking for habeas corpus to produce the petitioner before the court and quashing the FIR under section 482. The writ petition was filed under Article 226 of the Constitution of India in the Bombay High Court. During the pendency of the writ petition, interim bail application was moved by Mr. Arnab Goswami. In usual case, dear friends, regular bail is sought from the Sessions Court. Person has been arrested. In this particular case, in an exceptional situation, it is found and observed that instead of moving the bail application under section 439 to the Sessions Court, Mr. Goswami moved to the High Court and filed a writ petition. This is an unusual situation. Quoting the entire arrest as illegal, counsel for Mr. Arnab Goswami, Mr. Harish Salve, argued the case on fundamental rights and personal liberty before the Bombay High Court. The crux of the argument was a personal liberty should be protected by the High Court, invoking the extraordinary jurisdiction under Article 226 of the Constitution of India. Although a judicial remand was given by the magistrate on the very same day on 4th of November 2020, and Mr. Goswami was found to have been given 14 days judicial custody, the writ petition came to be filed. During the pendency of the writ petition and during the arguments, when the objection was raised by the state of Maharashtra and the judges, it is found that the counsel for Mr. Goswami has in fact considered the first prayer of habeas corpus. After giving an opportunity from the court to file a regular bail application before the Sessions Court, the said opportunity was not encashed, and it was repeatedly argued that fundamental rights and personal liberty must be protected by the High Court, invoking 226 of the Constitution of India. The second prayer, which was remaining under Section 482 for quashing of the FIR, was required to be addressed by the Honorable Court. The arguments were advanced from both the sides for 3 long days, and the judgment was delivered on 9th of November 2020. The Honorable Bombay High Court has rejected the interim bail application. Against the said judgment and impugned order, the Supreme Court was preferred by Mr. Arnab Goswami. Honorable Supreme Court has passed a landmark judgment today, and it has stated that the justice and liberty should not be limited to few. In its judgment, in Arnab Goswami case, the Honorable Supreme Court noted that there is a pressing need for courts across the judicial hierarchy in India to remedy the institutional problem of the bail applications not being heard and disposed of within specific time and with expedition. Quoting Justice Krishna Iyer's observation, in state of Rajasthan, Jaipur versus Balchand, the Honorable Supreme Court observed that the basic rule of our criminal justice system is bail, not jail. The High Courts and courts in District Judiciary of India must enforce the principles in practice and not forego that duty, leaving this court to intervene at all times. The bench comprising Honorable Justice D.Y. Chandrachud and Honorable Justice Indira Banerjee said in this judgment. Dear friends, this judgment is a landmark judgment in the criminal jurisprudence. Emphasizing the role of district judiciary, the court observed that they have important role in preserving the life and liberty of the citizens. The court said, we must in particular also emphasize the role of district judiciary, which provides the first point of the interface to the citizens. Our district judiciary is wrongly referred to as the subordinate judiciary. It may be subordinate in hierarchy, but it is not subordinate in terms of its importance in the lives of the citizens or in terms of the duty to render justice to them. High courts get burdened when courts of first instance decline to grant anticipatory bail or regular bail in deserving cases. This continues in the Supreme Court as well when High Courts do not grant bail or anticipatory bail. Cases falling within the parameters of the law. The consequences for this who suffer interaction are serious. Common citizens without the means or rescue to move the High Courts or this Supreme Court languish as under trials. Courts must be alive to the situation as it prevails on the ground, in the jails and the police stations where human dignity has no protector. The Supreme Court has come today as a protector of the human dignity and fundamental rights. Dear friends, Honorable Justice D.Y. Chandrachud has in fact rewrote the history today by emphasizing on personal liberty. As judges, we would do well to remind ourselves that it is through the instrumentality of the bail that our criminal justice system, primordial interest in preserving the presumption of innocence, finds its most eloquent expression. The remedy of the bail is the solemn expression of the humanness of the justice system. Tasked as we are with the primary responsibility of preserving the liberty of the citizens, we cannot countenance an approach that has the consequence of applying this basic rule in an inverted form. We have given expression to our anguish in a case where a citizen has approached this court. We have done so in order to reiterate principles which must govern countless other faces whose voices should not go unheard. Now, dear friends, these are the strong words of Honorable Justice D.Y. Chandrachud. We all believe, as a student of law, that personal liberty must be protected. The fundamental rights of the citizens must be protected. But at the same time, our courts are overburdened. We all know, as lawyers, when we file the anticipatory bail application or a regular bail application in the magistrate court, the said application is not decided for many months. In this particular case, dear friends, it is an exceptional situation that Mr. Goswami was arrested on 4th of November 2020 and the entire proceedings were completed by the High Court and a judgment was passed by the Honorable Supreme Court and he was released on 11th of November 2020. This is an exceptional situation. The Honorable Supreme Court has worked with great speed in this particular case, and now jurists all over India and people at large are hoping that their bail applications would be heard within 7 days as that of Mr. Arnab Goswami. Personal liberty needs to be protected, no doubt, but at the same time, the great speed at which the Honorable Supreme Court has worked here is a new hope for a citizen of this country. Dear friends, while delivering the judgment, Honorable Justice D.Y. Chandrachud has also heavily relied upon the pendency of the criminal applications, appeals or trials throughout the country. The Honorable Supreme Court in para number 64 stated that we would also like to take this opportunity to place on record data sourced from the National Judicial Data Grid on the number of bail applications currently pending in high courts and district court across this country. You will be shocked to know that 91,566 bail applications are pending currently in various high courts. Dear friends, pendency before the High Court for other cases like criminal matters, writ petitions, case petitions, appeals, revision and applications is staggeringly high, which is 12,66,133. Now this pendency is something which is a very serious matter to be looked into by each one of us into the criminal jurisprudence. The bail applications which are pending all over the high courts are 1,96,861. Now this authorized data which was relied upon by the Honorable Supreme Court will have to be opened up, and the administrative side of the various high courts will have to work day and night to clear all these pendencies. People like me are hoping that such bail applications will be taken up very soon. If not within 7 days, then at least in 1 month. The data of the National Judicial Grid is of great importance. The Honorable Supreme Court has relied upon this data and directed the various high courts to administer such bail applications. That lakhs and lakhs of petitions are pending. Here is a case that Mr. Arnab Goswami is released within 7 days and his journey from the magistrate courts to High Court and Supreme Court is completed in exceptional situation within 7 days. Now, the question before us today is, can a common citizen get justice in this great speed? Can a common accused who is waiting for his bail and his counsel who is waiting for his case to be listed in High Court or Sessions Court will be relieved by this judgment? Let us hope so, and time will prevail and time will tell that what kind of justice the other criminals or other accused in this country receive out of this judgment. We must thank Honorable Supreme Court for directing the Honorable High Courts in this country to speed up the matters related to the bail applications. I hope this landmark judgment will rewrite the history in this country in criminal jurisprudence, and people languages in jails or people waiting for their trials to be completed will get speedy recovery and speedy justice by this judgment. If you like my video, please like it and share it with your friends. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.